Okay, so the planting of cabbage. We're at Sakata, and Alex Bronkhorst is going to show us how to physically plant the cabbage and what the stuff is you guys need to look out for. So let's hear from him. Alex, hi.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, so I see you've got a little plant there.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to plant cabbage now. My soil preparation is done. Irrigation is sorted. What's the next things that I need to look at?
Okay. Then you're gonna order some seedlings from a reputable nursery, seedling nursery.
Okay. Why don't I just take the seeds and just plant them?
The problem with planting seeds direct in the soil is you have to have a very level soil. Your soil preparation needs to be very, very good. And if you go and look all over the world, most of the people have moved away from that. They're doing seedlings because your risk is much lower doing a seedling because you know exactly what you're getting. With all the diseases in the soil, you're going to lose probably 20 to 30% of your seedling.
Because of rhizobium
Yes.
and
Pythium that's in the soils. Yeah. So that's why we usually go for seedlings. And now you can tell the nursery you want 30,000 seedlings, and you're gonna get 30,000 seedlings. The important thing with the seedling is always to look at your seedling, that it has a growth point. That's very important, so that you can see that little small growth point there.
Just
It
check this.
shouldn't be damaged.
Try to focus here. Yes. So that's the growth point.
Yeah,
That there in the
that
middle.
small one, yeah.
Small one there in the
that's
middle.
pushing
Okay.
out. Yeah,
Yes.
that's your seedling. That you don't have damage here with your stem just above the soil. Usually that's how you see Pythium. It looks like something has damaged the stem and it's turning brown. That's usually a symptom of Pythium. So it must be clean of that. That you've got a very good root development here.
So that you know you're planting a healthy plant.
Yeah, very healthy plant. Always look that your seedling is not too big. If it's too big, it's gonna wilt very easily because of the big leaves and the big plant. You want a small seedling, a very tough seedling, a seedling that's been hardened off a week before transplanting.
What does hardened off mean?
Hardened off means that it needs to be in the area that you're gonna plant it for a week. We take away a little bit of the water, we take away all the nice growing climate. So that it gets a little bit tougher, the seedling, before it goes out into the field, because most of your seedling is grown under shade net with an irrigation system that's goes on and off during the day to make sure that we get the maximum growth out of the seedling before we transplant. So we just want to harden the seedling off for a week before we toughen up, before we take it out into the field for transplanting.
So that the what do you call it? Okay, so that the adaptability cycle goes a lot smoother, and the transition within.
So within a week, your roots will already be developed in the soil, and you within a week your seedling starts growing. So that's why we say you always have to look at your seedling. Transplant a good quality seedling, because this is where everything starts. If something is wrong here, you're going to end up with small seedlings. You're going to end up with seedlings that's not uniform, plants that you can't harvest everything at once. So it's always very important with a seedling that you plant a good quality seedling.
Excellent. And obviously Sakata seed there.
Yeah, basically the same. Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look here where they're planting. I see they've put a bit of water into every where they're making the holes.
Yeah.
Is that just to make the holes a bit easier now because it's going to get water?
Yeah, and it doesn't fill up quickly with soil, so that you damage the root system.
Okay.
That's also very important. As soon as you transplant and you damage your seedling,
So just say that again, so that it doesn't fill up with soil quickly.
yeah, you can make actually a hole in the soil to transplant. If otherwise the soil keeps falling in, and the people force the seedling into the hole,
and then
they damage the root, and we call it J root, and you're going to end up with a bonsai.
Okay, so then you call it J root.
Yeah, J root. You've damaged the root system.
So it needs to go in straight.
Needs to go in straight, and just fill it just to above the your cavity, and just push the soil that it's connecting to the roots so that root development can start quicker. So that's very important. Don't damage the root. Make sure that it goes in very smooth, the seedling, and then just fill your soil up, and just not to the leaves, just to above this root system.
Just above that.
Yeah.
So let's have a look here quickly again. So you can see they're planted 50 centimeters from each other. Goes in straight, nice and easy, do not force it. Just fill it up there, and that's it.
Yeah.
The spacing of 50 centimeters, any reason for that?
Well, again, it depends on your market, it depends on your variety, it depends on what you are aiming for to end up. If you want a big cabbage, your spacing would be wider. If you want a smaller cabbage, your spacing is going to be closer together.
Okay.
So what we're aiming here is for is what the local market around here is aiming for, where they have a certain percentage of bag cabbage with 3.5 kilograms plus, and then also about 20% of that would be much bigger, 5 to 8 kilograms, and I can cut that and sell it loose.
Okay, 100%. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's the planting. Everything you need to know basically about physically planting the stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers.